The Brookside execution sequence.
I don't recall.
I do have something in common with Tony Mortimer, as well as my surname. We once both got bitten by the same fox at different pop festivals. Isn't that extraordinary?
How do you know it's the same fox?
Because it had a very unique bite.
What do you mean?
The shape,
His teeth pattern.
His teeth pattern, thank you. His teeth pattern.
As opposed to the other fox bites getting received? Have you met the fox since?
No, well, I'd like to.
Oh.
And Sue and Lee, you get a point.
Oh, I see. Bob, what kind of a nut would you slip into Anthea's pocket if you were given the chance?
Well, I don't know. I'm a little gnarled cashew, I suppose. Jimmy, on a lighter note, I once stayed at Anthea Turner's house and I took the bath panel off and hid under the bath. Just saying.
I remember when this happened because Bob was there and you used to be. You were a barrister, weren't you?
I was a solicitor at the
solicitor.
time, yeah.
And didn't you go down to... Because they arrested, or certainly the police took Jarvis away.
No, Michael Jackson's goons arrested him, not the police, and they put him in a porter cabin. I presumed it would be something, you know, like substances, weaponry, something like that. And I cleared them out, demanded to go in there, and I said, Jarvis, what have you done? And he said, I showed my bottom to...
You're going to be OK with those.
Okay.
Euro Disney's built near a town called Malmaison, which is very dear to me because it's where Napoleon's house is. And I like to play a game, it's called Cockalotti. And I got my penis out right next to Napoleon's bed. I've also done the Versailles Treaty and the Bayeux Tapestry.
How does the game work?
You have to expose your penis near a great artefact,
Yeah.
or an icon or something.
How many do you have to do before you get a Duke of Edinburgh award? I asked you how you two came unstuck during their Oslo gig in '97. Anyone get this?
It was a massive malfunctioning lemon, which sounds, frankly, like Bono, but it was Bono and The Edge in a sort of Spinal Tap moment of madness.
Can I just say, I met you two once, and I stood very close to the edge.
OK, Richard and Bob, did you get this?
Hey. We thought we'd spice it up with some satire.
OK, go on, spice things up with some satire.
They were allowed to play. We're here all week. Now, the thing with...
I've never met Bono as such, but I did creep up behind him once and pop a walnut in his pocket without him noticing.
Was this the precursor to the cocky Lottie?
No, it's just...
Which celebrity can you put a walnut in?
Well, you were absolutely right. The band got stuck in a 40-foot mechanical lemon. Channel 4 newsroom. Once again, Jon Snow has adapted.
Oh, it's
Love
a show.
John.
Sorry.
Love John.
A
John,
controversial debate was sparked into life yesterday by a girl who admitted to indulging in lip service with members of the same sex. In a short statement, the girl was unapologetic, simply saying, I liked it. Her boyfriend's feelings on the matter, however, remain unclear. The girl also admitted that although it felt so wrong, it also felt so right, and that she'd been spurred on by the taste of the girl's cherry chapstick. Well, we've all done things we regret in college. Kristen?
Can I just officially say that's porn for me. He's the dream.
Yeah.
Really?
He's
Davina?
the
Yeah.
dream. In
Really?
a second, like that, out by the bins. Gorgeous.
Sorry, but do the by the bins thing again, because my wank bank wasn't on.
I'm just saying, whatever he wanted, little Snow with his jaunty tie and those eyebrows.
I hear you, sister.
You know what I mean? Every time.
Davina, Claudia, would you double team Jon Snow?
Cool.
Oh, yeah.
If you're watching, John, good luck. Really? Claudia wants to do him by the bins.
Yeah.
Isn't that fantastic? By the bins, Winkleman and Snow while McCall watches on.
That is a cover of Heat. I'd buy that.
And would you dress up as tramps?
Yes.
Pretend you were tramps in love.
And also, because the whole role play. Have you got any spare change? And he'd go, no, I don't, but look at my red socks. And I'd go, oh, let me just check. Oh, I'm not wearing anything underneath my mat. need to lie down. I love them.
To the answers at the end of that bizarre conversation. OK, I asked you what happened to David Cameron outside his local Tesco's.
got all these right.
Sadly, he didn't make love to Jon Snow. That was round the back.
You've been snowed.
He says that at the end.
Oh, I see it's snowing.
I see it snowing.
Yes, snowing on your
White
face.
How
Sleigh bell jingle and jing jingling.
Do you
Thanks,
think he
Dara.
might be watching? He could come and
I think he might be
I think
watching
he'll be
this.
told about it. Even if he isn't. Even if he's out the country, the minute he gets back, there'll be a text on his phone going, Winkleman and McCall want to double team you by some pins.
Fathers for Justice protesters stormed the National Lottery show. The plan was to surround Eamon Holmes, but there were only 8 of them. Can you stop throwing sweets during
Can
my...
I say I didn't throw any? It was Russell Brand praying for Jonathan Ross. OK? Who's the only... Ow! Right.
No, because that actually really hurt. No, because that actually really hurt. And I could have been blinded. I could have been blinded by a quality street.
Cat Dealey. Cat Dealey. Kiss it better. Kiss it better. Go on, kiss it better.
He's still doing it. And he's going to throw that one at me.
He's just trying to get a kiss.
Oh.
Could you just throw one at my nuts? I'm getting behind this.
Me and Russell will kiss a testicle each if you want.
They're too small. You won't be able to get in at the same time.
We could pull them quite taut like that. Then it'll be like Lady and the Tramp. We'll go...
All right, let's do it. No, stop it, you. You saucy minx, you. We've all had a laugh. Let's get back to the jokes. Kick off by taking a look at you back in the 90s. Yes, we probably should, shouldn't we? Let's have a look at Sue Perkins back
Oh, God.
in the 90s. Literally exactly the same. Literally no change.
That's BC. That's before cake. There's been a couple of stone round the midriff in the intervening years.
I'm not sure whether that's true. You look exactly... I mean, you've even got the same glasses on. It's... very little's changed.
You look like a very hungry Eric Morecambe.
Let's take a look at Lee.
Oh.
Am I right in saying that Tom Hanks made a film about you in the 90s? I mean...
That is... That is the first... Genuinely true story. That is my night of my first gig. That's me rehearsing at home with a plastic bottle, pretending it's a mic. And I was 9.5 stone when I started comedy, and now I'm 14 stone. I'm half more a human being than when I started.
Let's take a look at Joe.
No, don't. Oh.
Now, Joe, you were the lead singer of The Cure, briefly.
I still am.
But it's a great look. It's a great... I don't remember you having that much hair. You had more hair than any other human being.
My husband had to be so pissed to go out with me during the 90s. No, he did. But he's an alcoholic, so it was easy for him.
Oh, Richard, let's have a look at you back in the 90s.
Wow. Yeah. That was the last time I smiled.
And even then, it looks pretty forced.
Yeah.
What were you playing? What was your tune on the guitar?
What was my jam?
Yeah.
Well, I was playing a lot of self-composed stuff. A lot of stuff about the housing situation. And I think a lot of political change was actioned by what I was saying.
Richard, could we ask you for just one small burst of the lyrics from one of your self-penned protest songs?
You could.
Would you perform a tiny bit of one of your self-penned protest songs?
I will not.
Bob, let's take a look at you back in the 90s.
Wow.
You're dressed as me. I'm Bob from the past. This is an episode of Quantum Leap. I've woken up as Bob.
Obviously, the real style guru throughout the 90s was Jonathan Ross. I think we could all agree. Let's just take a look at...
I was so proud of that jacket. I used to wear that on a scooter riding around town. Sometimes I'd go out, I didn't even have anywhere to go. I just wanted to be seen wearing that jacket.
What about this jacket?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, That's a single reason that the Scottish folk will vote yes.
Now, if you want to see what you should have looked like in the 90s, have a look at me back in the 90s. This is what you should have looked like.
That is Darius. You are Darius.
And that's not the most embarrassing photo. Don't worry about that. This one is. What's going on there?
Actually, I looked a bit like that in the 90s before I sorted out my facial hair.